This find and replace, which we call a VLOOKUP, is more than the if statement. It gives you more flexibility. What it does is simply, I don't have a condition, I have multiple conditions, and I want to like a key and key value element. We have a table, a key table that has one value on the left and one value on the right. And we're going to see if I find the key, in this case, this particular city name, I want to output something else, in this case, the district. So every time where Albany is, I want to see the district North Shore. Everywhere I find the value Takapuna, I want to output the district North Shore. So you break it down into these areas without having to write tons of filtering on different if statements. You can have a long, long list where one value is replaced with the other. And how you're going to do that is, it looks a bit complex, but once you have applied it a bit, it is broken down and relatively simple. It has 4 different elements in the formula. The first one is your key. Just a reference, I'm looking for a number, that green cell here, Takapuna. Then we have a reference to a table. And with the dot, 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 you know that you have one edge to the other. And you can reference what the table will look like, this entire section here. So the system knows where to look for. Then we have the number 2, because we're looking for 1, 2, the second column as the output value. And false means it's a very accurate match. It needs to be 100% matching. It's not fuzzy, it's direct. So we have 4 elements. The last 2 are fixed. You don't need to worry about learn them and just apply them every time. I write them down without thinking because you don't need to. The only 2 things you need to manipulate is number 1, the key, and how this whole table is named. Once you have that, the system works automatically and is able to make the transition for you. Let's have a look how that is applied in practice. And I think that's very important for you because that makes it a bit cleaner. I have prepared, give me 1 second, so move that out of the way. This key table that's in here. I just wrote down Takapuna North Shore. That should be the case. Takapuna North Shore, Albany North Shore, and we can write down any other we want. What we're going to do is we're going to apply the VLOOKUP for the location. We insert another column. Sorry, the computer's a bit slow. And we call it area. And now we can see Mission Bay, CBD, all these things where we know we want to know the area, and the area is in the other code. What we're going to do is we're going to VLOOKUP. VLOOKUP. Number 1, the key. The key is that cell. Find that one in the table and give me the returning result. This is number 1 column, and I want the result of the second. Second item of the formula is the table where we want to look. Where do you want to search? In this case, I go to the second tab and so I want that one. I want that table. Then I write, remember, 2, false. No thinking, just write it down, it will work. And then we have the result. There's one thing we have to do, because I gave him a specific reference. We need to add the add symbol to make sure these references do not slip. Because if you drag things down in Excel, numbers and letters will always be added up. So you do the automatically going actualization to the relative reference. Because in this case, we don't want that. We want to lock that in. I only want you to look at these particular cells. Again, something in the workshop we're going to do a lot deeper with absolute and relative references. But for the moment, just assume when you add the simple add to it, it locks it down. Press enter, and the system automatically will fill out all the rest. Bang. And we have it in here. And then we can see that we found the right area. Mission Bay is East Coast. Penrose, South, CBD, City Center. So the lookup works and allows you to do this manipulation automatically. The one thing I want to show you is once you have established that pattern, you're not finished. You can manipulate the pattern quite nicely. For example, we could say West Auckland now becomes very cool. So we have an area where we want to change the value, but because the system is not making hard copies, just looks it up. Every time, instead of seeing, well, now, West Auckland, we're going to see West Auckland, very cool. It has done the updates automatically. So the table gives you a place where you can do these labels and change them and update them, and they will file through, they will filter through to the main table without any damage instantly. That gives you very good control about the data to create you all the buckets. Again, we're just reaching the point here where we made date into a month, we traded all these individual order numbers into classes, large, small orders, and we took a lot of locations and brought them down to 4 different areas, north, south, east, west. We prepared our land. Now the actually numbered step, the analysis, can actually begin.